After the ball is over, after this game is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to Pen, Hook, and Needles Podcast, episode 275. It is September 11th, 2017, Monday as we are recording. It is the 16th anniversary of 911. So, want to remember everybody.
And I'm sure everybody watching remembers where they were that day.
Yes. We were homeschooling when my husband called about that. We saw the second one go into the building. That was pretty horrific.
I remember being told to get back to schoolwork afterwards and listening to it on the radio. Because I was very confused about what had happened because, you know,
it was very upsetting.
Yeah.
Anyway, we want to welcome all new and returning viewers to the PHN Woman Cave. I am Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
And I'm Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
And we're glad to have you all back, whether you're new or returning viewers. If you are new, we're glad to have you with us. Very exciting. We hope you find something that you like that will keep you coming back. And if you are returning, yay! We're glad to have you back. Joining us again here for the fun in the Woman Cave. If you are in the shadows, either new or returning, please feel free to come out of the shadows so that you can be eligible for the prizes and giveaways and things like that. Besides, we like to get to know you, see who you all are. No pressure if you want to do that. And if you are watching us on YouTube,
she's totally pressuring you.
I am. If you are watching us on YouTube, please feel free to hit the subscribe button on your left. Okay. All right. We do have a new member who joined officially, and that is E.E. Kreitz. Aaron. Welcome, Aaron. We're glad to have you with us. Before I go into our various news items, I do want to say that I had mentioned that I didn't know how long the coupon code from Cappy from the Yarn and I was going on. I did receive a message from her stating that she is keeping that coupon code live until the end of the year. So this is amazing. She has some wonderful hand-dyed yarn. She has bear yarn. She has stitch markers. She has all kinds of stuff. If you do a purchase of $25 or less, the coupon code gives you, I think it's let me see what it was, 15% off?
I think that's what she said.
Yes, 15% off of $25 or more purchases at the Yarn and I on Etsy. So check it out. She's got lovely stuff. She really does.
And she has an ad at the bottom of our
She does.
stuff,
She has an ad. And she has a wonderful podcast. She has been a co-host with us for, was it Autism Awareness she did with us?
Yes.
I think. And so, you know, she's fantastic. And she's a wonderful supporter of our podcast. So we'd love for you to support her back if you need something. Okay?
What's in your mug?
I'm getting to that. In my mug, I have chai tea because I was going to have the lime and the coconut, but I kind of wanted this. I have kind of a headache because of the weather coming in, and
that has caffeine, and my lime
this has caffeine. Speaking of the weather, we hope that everybody who is watching us, who was in Florida or in Texas, that you're all okay. Louisiana,
and apparently Georgia as well.
Georgia, Tennessee, you know, all of you. I hope you're all right. That you're staying on high ground and that you're safe. Our prayers and thoughts have been with you. Okay, what do you have, Talia?
There's a fly.
What do you have?
I have
the lime minty coconut.
Yes, Plum Deluxe. I need to order more of this. Plum Deluxe tea, happy hour blend herbal tea. This is one of my favorites.
I love that. It's really good.
It's got honeybush, hibiscus, lemon verbena, lime extract, love and gratitude. No caffeine. They said it'd be good iced as well, but I don't drink iced tea, really, that much. But, fly, go away, fly. Shoo, fly.
Shoo, fly, don't bother me. Shoo, fly, don't bother me.
I thought Dad killed that fly.
It multiplied. Go away.
Don't smack me.
Didn't smack you. Didn't smack anything, only the air. It's got a really pretty color to it.
It does.
I bet it would dye the yarn up real pretty.
You're not using this tea to dye no yarn. You'll buy your own tea if you're going to do that.
That's really good.
This tea is too much of a delicacy.
Germany tea. Germany tea.
You say that about every tea.
No, I don't. What's wrong with that? Okay. Now that we have done that, we have the upcoming, in about, what, 3 weeks? 2.5 weeks? We have the PHN Toy-Along, the annual Toy-Along, that we will be using the hashtag PHN Toy-Along 2017. With the hashtag for Instagram, without the hashtag for Ravelry. Our co-hosts are the Bakery Bears. Yay!
Yay!
This is the second time they were able to do it with us, so we're excited to have them back. That's Kay and Dan, who are Obi-Wan Knitter and Bryony Bears, but in reverse order. And the Victorian Studio Podcast, which is Maureen. This is her 3rd or 4th time doing it with us, I
can't
think.
recall.
She's been doing it for a while, so we're glad to have her back. And we do have prizes. We showed last week, I think it was, we have a bag from Laura Smoot and a set of stitch markers from Cappy. And I think we have something else, but I haven't put it on here yet, and I think it was from Brittany, but I have to go back and check.
But I know you guys like making bakery bears and those kind of things, so that means bakery bears will be double your chances. So
Yep. Any Franciscan Gypsy design toy will be double. Any Laura Concert toy design, which means her Hufflepuff, I think it's called, that will be a double for your FO. So, you have Bakery Bears toys, Franciscan Gypsy Designs toys, and Laura Concert.
Does Maureen have a design? No, I don't think Maureen has.
No, she doesn't have a design that I know of. If she does, then she will get double as well.
If it's toy.
If it's a toy. And then, so we have some nice knitted as well as crocheted options. Anything that's done in my yarn for the toy along will have a double chance at the FOs as well. So that's awesome. I'm excited about that. Okay. Current in other groups, the Yarn and I Cappy is still having their Cal to help fight depression or depression awareness, and it started at the beginning of this year and goes to December 31st of this year. Anything you make that's for you, okay, so it makes you happy, you're keeping it, it's for you, it's eligible, okay, and you use the hashtag 123for me Cal. The number is 123 for FOR me Cal KALCAL with a hashtag for Instagram. I don't know if she's doing it without a hashtag for Ravelry or if she's doing it that way for Ravelry as well. So it's a lot of fun. It's a wonderful podcast. It's something good to have awareness about. I think depression is oftentimes gets kind of swept under the carpet, so it's good to become aware of that. Maureen from Victorian Studio Podcast is having a Harry Potter Cal, and that is also year-long, started January 1st. It goes through December 31st. Anything that is Harry Potter related. She was talking about yarn colorways, knit and crocheted patterns, anything that you can make a case for it being Harry Potter related. Those owls of Talia's might have a, yes, I'm doing a shameless self-promotion for her. They will be counted. Maureen is pretty open about what she accepts and pretty broad in what she accepts, and she has a wonderful podcast as well.
Yes.
The Whip It Good Cal, which is is hosted by Undead Yarn, okay, Heidi Nitty Girl, and co-hosted by Jeanette from Book of Stitcher and Laura Concert from Crochet and Hoovian podcast, and that's exactly what it sounds like. Get out your whips, your plops, and work on them. Maybe finish them. So that would be great.
No one knows what a plop is. Explain a plop.
Project long-term ongoing project.
It's
Courtesy
a
Tilly Trout.
And is she podcasting again? I know she was for a little while.
She does occasionally, but her group is closed. We miss you, Tilly. She's a wonderful podcast. But anyway, Crochet and Hoovian has a wonderful podcast, as does Nitty Girl. I think Nitty Girl is going to once a month or twice a month. I forget what she said. But because she's concentrating some on her dyeing. And Jeanette is also not doing it weekly anymore. I'm not sure. I think I have them mixed up which one's doing it once a month and which one's doing it bi-weekly.
I thought that Heidi was doing it once a month.
That might be. But in any event, they both have wonderful podcasts, and they are our co-hosts, okay? And their rules are similar to us, but they may be slightly different, so you might want to... No, I'm sorry. They're not... I'm going way back to when
what are you talking about?
Their rules might be slightly different from each other. So check out the rules, okay? and get your whips and your pops and stuff like that. You finish something out, have a chance at a prize, so it's kind of a win-win. The stash reduction cal is very similar to a whip it cal except that it works more like Weight Watchers, because not only do you take out what you're working on, you add in yarn that you buy or that you win or whatever. So
yeah, there's no free.
Yeah, there's no
gaining
free
yarn.
No. Everything is
No calorie-free yarn.
no calorie-free yarn. No. So this is the Never Cast Off podcast in conjunction with the Fiber Pusher podcast.
Okay, so what happens if, okay, you wanted socks knitted for you? It's not technically my stash.
Well,
I knit those socks for you.
That depends if I give you the
But
yarn.
you didn't give it to me. It's intended for you.
I don't know. You'd have to ask them. Sheila, Debbie, that's a question for you. Thank you, ladies, for putting my sale up in your threads up there. I appreciate it.
That might be the only no-calorie way.
Yeah, maybe. But anyway, this is the Never Cast Off podcast, which is Sheila, who is Blue Yarn Always, and Debbie, who is Deb's Destiny, and also Fiber Pusher podcast, and that's Benita.
I guess it wouldn't count for stash reduction anyway, though, because it wasn't your stash to begin with, so it wouldn't be reducing your stash. So that's probably...
Well, yeah, I guess. I don't know.
So it wouldn't be a stash gain, but it would be a stash loss.
It's a temporary gain, so it's a temporary loss. I guess it's like when you kind of yo-yo. So anyway, these two podcasts are very, very good, and it's well worthwhile getting involved if you have the time and you have things to work on. They bebop back from, thread to thread. Sometimes it's in Sheila and Debbie's group, and sometimes the thread for the FOs is in Benita's group. It goes every other month. And I think we're heading into a month that is going to Never Cast Off podcast. I'm not sure. You have to check their rules and check what they're saying.
And does it have to be a full skein? Or what if, like, you finish a project and...
It's done in grams.
Okay, so you finish a project and you give me your leftovers.
Right.
I still have weight gain.
You have weight gain. You would have... If I did a project on a 90... What is it? What's grams? I get mixed up between grams and ounces. If I give you a 95-gram skein and... to make my socks, and you use 75, and I give you the 20, then you make a 20-gram gain. Excuse me if I'm wrong, and I'm sure they'll correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. Currently, the PHN Tortoise versus Hare Along. Okay? This is hosted by Crocheting Hoovian, and we are co-hosting along with B Wing from the Comforting Crafts group. And now that is not a podcast group, but it is very charity oriented. Okay, so that is well worth getting involved with as well. And this is running or started in July. It runs for the same amount of time as the Cardiac Read Along. Okay, so it runs till September 30th. So we have about 2-3 weeks, something like that. The rules are in each of our groups basically is 1 whip per project per week, and the FO whenever it's finished. For us, if you finish an object that is, excuse me, shoe fly tie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't there such thing as a shoe fly pie?
But it doesn't have flies in it.
that?
I think it's molasses and sugar and...
That's like the opposite of shooing a fly. That's like
know.
saying, flies, come here.
Anyway, Tortoise versus Hare, hosted by Crocheting Hoovian, co-hosted by us and B-Wing from Comforting Crafts. July 1st through September 30th. Rules are each of the groups. 1 FO per project per week. No, 1 whip per project per week. The FO whenever it's finished.
No, you are only allowed to finish 1 project per week.
You get double chances at a prize for finished objects that are in my yarn, in Talia's pattern, and I think that's it for our group. But if you do Talia's pattern and my yarn together, you get 3 chances at a prize in our group. But you are responsible for doing your double and triple posting on your own.
Right now. Ow!
Yes, that hurts so much. Come on, cool it, kiddo.
There's a fly.
Anyway, so that's the way that goes. You can use any bunny or turtle patterns that you want. We'd love for you to use Franciscan Gypsy Designs, but any one you want, okay? I mean, Susan Claudino has some wonderful patterns. Bakery Bears has some patterns.
They don't have any bunny.
They don't have a bunny? Oh, that's right. They only have a bear and a giraffe, don't they?
She has 2 bears, the Mr. and Mrs., and a giraffe. I know she said she had something in the works, but
Yeah, she hinted that she might be doing something for the toy along, so we'll see.
but
anyway, you know,
she does not at this point have a bunny.
have a bunny. Okay. Anyway, just look any kind of knitted or crocheted or loom knitted bunnies or turtles. Oh, Studio Von Design does have a pattern out for both bunny and the turtle. And you know what? She came late to the game, but we're going to give you double credit for them. Okay? Right?
Oh, well, then we should make sure that Sue and everyone else who's made one of Vonnie's.
Right. Anyone
knows.
who has made Vonnie's potholder turtles or hares, you get a double chance at an FO. So Sue, Brittany, I think Laura Concert might have made one. If you have made and finished one of Vonnie's turtles or hares, bunnies, potholders, you get a double chance at a prize. But you are responsible
for
posting
posting
that double
yourself.
post, okay? So please feel free to do that. Vonnie made it for this, and I just feel like she needs to be
Yes.
recognized for that with a feature on there, okay?
Yes.
All right, we have several prizes for this that we already went over at the beginning of the month, so I'm not going to go over except to thank the people who donated, okay? We have several donators: Ann Brody, Brittany, Christina, who's Mama C, Laura Concert. Yeah, that's all the Toys versus Hair that we have. So that's a lot.
Yes, it is.
Thank you very much for your generosity. Now, the one that we're doing, that we are actually hosting, is the Cardiac Read Along, and our co-hosts are Blue Yarn Always, who is Sheila, and Deb's Destiny, who is Debbie from Never Cast Off, and Bookish Stitcher, who is Jeanette from the Bookish Stitcher podcast. Both wonderful podcasts, both wonderful ladies, all 3 wonderful ladies. And rules are the same as we've mentioned before: 1 WIP per project per week, the FO whenever it's finished. Predominantly pink or red in the project. Double for FO with Cappy's Heart yarn or any of Cappy's red yarns. You just have to put the tag and post it twice. Double for the FO with Talia's patterns. Yeah, if you do a red or a pink bunny or turtle or owl or whatever it is you do, you'll get a double chance at that, and a double for any Lady Fernico Creations yarn with substantial yarn that is red or pink.
But if you do a bunny, think of it, he'll be able to go in Toys versus Hair.
And if you do a bunny in my yarn, you get triple chance at a prize, but you are responsible for posting it, and the same with Cappy's. If you use Cappy's yarn with Taya's patterns for the Cardiac Read Along, 3 chances for an FO.
Because the bunnies need to pick up pace a little bit.
Go Team Tortoise.
Go Team Hair. Because of various issues, I've not been able to keep up my pace for the hares.
I haven't been able to keep up my pace for the tortoises, so we're even. Okay. We want to thank the people who donated for this along. We have some repeaters, so we thank you very much. We thank Seductive Berry, Red Salt Box, who is Lisa, so Seductive Berry is Maria, Christina, who is Mama C, Family Diva, Yarns It, Cappy, and her mother for the stitch markers, and Crocheting Hoovian. We have a ton of prizes for this one, so please get your projects in. We want to give all these prizes away. They're amazing prizes. Okay, I think that's it for alongs.
It is.
I don't. Is there anything that we forgot?
I don't think so. I think it's time for projects.
Yeah, the only thing I do want to mention that I forgot about was the Laura Smoots, the along that Laura Concert's having for Laura Smoot's Easy A shawl pattern. I think it's going to the end of October. So if you're doing the Easy A, make sure you put it into that thread on the Crocheting Hoovian podcast. Okay? All right, so are we ready?
Yes, I think we are. Whoops, I split a stitch. There we go.
Okay.
How many do you have?
I have...
Okay, Vonnie, Sue, make sure you're counting.
Laura, since you said something about it. 1, 2, a 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8. It appears I have 8. And I'm going to stop apologizing for the lack of either A, projects, or B, progress on the projects. My hands can do what my hands can do, and that's what I'm going to be able to show you guys. So I'm not going to, and not that you guys have ever made me feel like I have to do more. I just, it's my own kind of like I need to show you more type of thing, and I can't do it right now. So it's going to be small amounts of progress and or limited projects until I can get my hands looked at again and fixed. I am making some progress. As I mentioned, I have 8 projects, but I'm just not going to apologize anymore because you're getting sick of hearing it, I'm sure, and I can't do anything else about it. So that's...
I know, I'm sick of hearing it.
I don't care.
Same general message for me. A lot of times on my days off, I don't get nearly as much as I'd like to get done just because of exhaustion. I'm not sure if it's the medicine or what that's making me tired, but there be. Anyway,
did you have anything to say before about the cardiac?
Meh.
Meh?
Meh.
Okay.
Meh.
She's falling down at the job.
I fell down.
Fall down, went boom.
I fell down, I can't
get up. Okay. How many do you have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, so I have one more. I'll go first. All right, my first project is my Blue Sky Shawl project, and this is my own pattern, and it's in my Foot in the Woman Cave bag. Did I not? Oh, yes, I did. Here it is. Okay, my Foot in the Woman Cave bag. This is Silver Shed, USA large, and this was from our podiversary. And Cappy's celebrating her 1-year podiversary coming up.
Oh,
so congratulations,
congratulations.
Cappy. That's awesome. Yay, you. This is, okay.
This is okay? Everything's all right?
Everything's all right. I'm using USAs. I need to get 8s. I need to get these on Chow Goos instead of Knit Picks, but I made a little progress. I think I did 1 or 2 rows. And here's my stitch markers from Cappy, the Yarn and I. Her mom made these lovely, beautiful, well-made stitch markers. They're turtles. And I made a little progress on this. This is going to be very scarfy. I want to make sure I use all the yarn. This is a very simple project, and when I'm finished, I might put it up for free. I'd like to get somebody to test it first, though. So, and it's basically a very simple pattern. I'm going to go until I get rid of all the 600 some odd yards of sport weight yarn that she gave me because I want to use it all. It's so soft. Poor Laura, she can't use this because it's alpaca, and so it's very, very soft, and I love it. These are, like I said, these are US 8s. I love the inside of this bag.
No, you don't.
This is my yarn on the inside of the bag. Well, it's a picture of my yarn from the Foot in the Woman Cave colorway. You can't really see it very well, but there. I love this bag. Anne did a fantastic job with it.
She did indeed.
Phenomenal, even.
Phenomenon?
Phenomenon.
Do, 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 do.
Go ahead.
Okay, so the first one, this one only got a little bit of work done on it, and that's kind of going to be the theme, except for maybe 1 or 2 of the projects. This is, well, my Pod Blue Batgirl bag. This was actually a custom order too. Both my bags from her were customs, because this was originally, the one she had up on her site was a Supergirl, Batgirl, and Wonder Woman one, and I just wanted Batgirl. Because I'm not actually a particularly big fan of Supergirl. I actually like Supergirl even less than I like Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
I think Supergirl kind of just feels like she's a female version of Superman.
Yeah.
Whereas Wonder Woman actually has her own stuff. Like, she's a warrior and all this other. She actually has some cool backstory.
Yeah.
And I'm not like a huge Wonder Woman fan, but
The movie did a lot to make us like her more.
Yes.
Linda Carter did a lot to make me like her when she did it, and then there was nothing.
Gadot, or
yeah, whatever her name is. She's really good. She has a vulnerability to her.
yes. Although they've been playing that up a little bit in the New 52, the fact that, you know, culturally she doesn't necessarily get us, which is a good thing to play up for that character.
Makes her a little more human. Although she's not really human.
Well, she is. She was
made out of clay. I mean, I guess we all were, but she was made out of clay. And
Well, it depends on which version.
yeah.
Version you're talking about. One version also has her.
Well, it says a Hades.
Not Hades.
No.
Zeus.
No. I was watching something. Anyway, there's a couple versions.
There's a couple versions, yeah. Anyway, I'm not as up on my Wonder Woman lore because it's not a character that I don't read her comics. The only comic of hers that I have, I bought because I liked the cover. It was a really well drawn cover, and it had her standing on Batman's head. All you can see is her boots on Batman's head. Yeah. I was like, I gotta read that.
Yeah. I have the one where there's the three of them over, I forget what it's called, Gods Among Us, or...
Oh, is it Trinity, or...
I don't remember which one it was, but I have it.
Anyway. So, I got part of a square, full square, part of a square. So, really not a whole heck of a lot of work done on this. I might keep this on my lap, though, because it's warm. And it's been a little chilly down here. Although I'm not complaining about that.
No, I'm glad that it's getting cooler. It's been, not a great summer for us, so
yeah.
I'm glad it's getting cooler.
Not that I want it to be like snow or anything yet. I just don't mind some fall.
I like fall all year round as far as I'm concerned. If temperature stayed between 32 around Christmas time where we get a little snow on the ground, and then about 75 in the summer, or maybe 80 at the top of the summer. So
basically you're asking for California.
No. Sorry. No. I need seasons.
But you just said
California. When we were in California, it never got really chilly. It never got like to the 32. I don't think. I mean, people nowadays will be able to tell me no. I haven't been to California in a long time. So, all right. Anyway, before I get myself into trouble,
you already did.
This is in my Kiki Boo Holiday Owls bag, which will soon be in season again. And this is, I think, is her, I don't know, medium or whatever. She's changed her bags a couple of times. So I'm not sure what size this is, but it's a nice size. This is my Loom hat, the Cindy Loom, and I haven't changed the name on it, so right now it's still Lemon Lime Fizz as opposed to Highlight. And I didn't do, God bless you, I didn't do too much on here, but you can see the yellow in there, the yellow and the green. I've got a little ways to go on here still. But I like working these hats. They're fun. And I'm learning some new techniques. I've been YouTubing and looking at other things to learn some techniques.
YouTubing's a verb now?
It is now, if it wasn't before.
Okay, sorry, allergies. I forgot to take my Zyrtec today.
Okay. That's going to be great when we take a walk, if we take a walk.
It just means I'll sneeze on you, that's all.
No.
I think that's perfectly...
Request denied.
Perfectly
Resubmit in 30
appropriate.
days. What's your next one?
So, in my Kiki Boo bags, Autism Puzzle Pieces bag, are the Christmas Peppermint Socks, the basic rib sock pattern using Magic Loop by Melissa Bayer, and I'm using Dragonfly Fibers in the base Dragon Sock and the colorway Stole Christmas. Got a little bit of work done on this.
I like the colors on that. They're bright. That red and that green are just bright.
So, and then the first sock's been done for a while.
Very nice.
So, getting there. Probably about halfway down the leg. A little bit more than halfway.
There.
So.
Oh, congratulations, Laura, for doing your first complete pair of socks.
Yes,
Yay.
congratulations.
That's
they look
awesome.
Whoops. Mm-hmm. I saw it on Instagram before everybody else saw it because we were talking. No, I think she sent me a private message. So.
Oh, did she?
Yes, we were talking about something. So I saw it first. Ha. Ha. Although, Laura probably saw it before me. Or Laura probably saw it.
Yeah, she was helping with the heels and stuff like that.
But, I'm still going to claim that I saw it first.
She usually contacts me on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My next one is also in my Kiki Boo Puzzle Pieces bag, and this is my Because He Asked Me, the Tie Me Up pattern. And I actually did about 4 or 5 rows on this. And I'm not very far.
It was when he was sleeping during...
Yeah, I was sleeping during the movie.
Buckaroo Banzai.
Yeah, we watched Buckaroo Banzai.
What a weird movie that is. That's just a weird movie.
I love it.
I forgot Goldblum was in that.
Yeah. So
I actually like Goldblum's character as one of the best, my favorite ones in there.
Well, he's always a vulnerable character when he wants to be. So this
Wait,
is,
he's always a vulnerable character when he wants to
this
be?
is about a half, not even a half an inch from what I need. So I'm going to be decreasing pretty soon.
Either he's always a vulnerable character or he is a vulnerable
have a
character when
tie.
he wants to be.
I have a tie.
You do have a tie.
And the yarn is Madeline Tosh DK in the Shire colorway. So I hope my husband likes this. I know he'll like it just because I made it. He might not wear it, but that's okay. It's my first tie. And I see some mistakes in it, what I think are mistakes, but you know. And I'm using US 3, which means I probably will never make this again. Not that it's hard, but it takes forever on US 3s. All you socks people know this, so.
You know, I think probably why I like Goldblum's characters because everyone else kind of feels like they're a little bit over the top. Goldblum's kind of feels like what you would be like if you were thrust into this weird group of people, you know?
I don't know. Goldblum's always low-key.
Yeah.
He's always low-key. I mean, when he was also in Earth Girls Are Easy, and they're aliens, and you've got Jim Carrey, who's like off the wall, and you've got the guy from Living Color, I forget which one it was, Damon maybe, and he's kind of weird, and then you've got Goldblum, who's like just normal. Yeah, he's just low-key. I mean, anybody looks low-key next to Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
But, you know.
And he's going to be in next Thor, Ragnarok, Goldblum.
Mm. Yes, I know. I thought you were saying Jim Carrey. I was like, what?
No.
No. Yeah, I saw that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. He's going to be the brother or whatever it was to the collector. Or
Yeah.
to the collector.
Yeah. I think it's the first time he's been in movies in a while. I haven't seen him.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while.
So.
Since like Jurassic Park or something. I'm sure he's been.
I'm sure he's done something since Jurassic Park.
I don't mean the first one. I mean the other one.
Oh, yeah, the one that wasn't so good.
Yeah. I'm sure he's been in other things, but your turn.
Yes, it is.
Get with the program.
No.
Pip, pip.
Pip, pip?
Pip, pip. Is that what they say, Dan? I hear it in the movies all the time. Is that right? Pip, pip.
It sounds like if they're trying to, like, pretend in a horrible way that someone's British, like,
yeah.
you know, like.
So Dan and Kay, do you guys actually say pip pip, or is that just something that Americans do for the movies? I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. Not to put you on the spot or anything, you know.
No, she totally meant to put you on the spot. So.
Oh, and thank you for the mention on your podcast for the toy along. We appreciate that.
Yes, thank you. I am behind on all things podcasty. I worked a little bit on design. I'm not very happy. I've been having a difficulty getting my brain back into design mode.
Do you think if I make a new yarn for it would help?
No, I think I'm just stuck on this design. I might need to put it aside, start another one, and come back because I'm stuck.
It needs to be put in timeout for a while.
And part of the problem is I started working on this. I was doing really great, and then I started having some issues, and I just didn't have the energy to work on it. And now I'm just looking at it, I'm like, eh.
You know, it might have bad connotations right now. You might need to just put it away. You know,
So,
just put it back for now.
Right now, this one and I are not on speaking terms. I might need something completely different right now. I don't know. Quite a bit was done on it.
She has a lot done on it.
It's just...
But to me, it's a little off.
Yeah, it doesn't quite look right to me.
It's a little off.
It doesn't look like what I want it to look like.
It doesn't look like usually when you do it. It's not that it isn't good, but it doesn't look like what you're trying to make, like the other ones do.
Yeah.
So you might be right to just kind of put it aside for a little bit.
So I'm not very happy with it. So it's probably gonna be in timeout.
Okay. All right. My next one is it's my turn, right?
It is your turn.
Okay. The next one is in my Woodland Creatures Ploverbird bag. And it was nice to see Ploverbird. Why can't I remember her name? I saw her on Instagram the other day. She liked my shop stuff, so it's really nice to see her there again. I think
Melissa. Her name is Melissa.
Melissa. I think they must have transferred out to somewhere near Allison. I think they're overseas again.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure, but I got the impression they might be overseas again. Okay, I'm really close to doing the decreases of this. This is the Angel Hat pattern by K.F. Jones. I'm using US 6s and US 7s. These are Chow Goos, fixed, and Marigold Jen's worsted weight in the Scenic Route colorway. And normally this wouldn't take me this long. I just have to do a little at a time. So I really love the colors. And I'm making the crown up here a little bit bigger. Not because I want it slouchy necessarily, but my husband's got a little bit bigger head than I do. He's a man. He has bigger head than I do. The one tie he made for me just barely fits me. So I want to make sure this fits him. And if it doesn't, it'll probably go to charity unless Talia wants it or something. So, because this was for the you're my hero.
I generally prefer to have the ear flap hats because my ears get really cold.
Yeah, I want to keep it if it doesn't fit me, but honestly, I don't. Well, I honestly don't need another one, so I might give it to charity if it doesn't fit Daddy.
Right.
And we'll see what happens.
So next is me. Only very little bit of work done on this one too. In my Plover Bird Birds on Wire bag is Cornflower, which is the 7th pattern by Kelly Van Niekerk, and I'm using Yarn Bee Baby Bee Sweet Delight in the colorway Cobalt. And very little work done on this, to the point where I almost don't remember working on it.
I had one that I pulled out. I'm like, did I work on this? I don't think so. I'm going to put it back.
So apparently I worked on it because I highlighted it. I don't remember working on it, but I did apparently. So.
Okay. All right. In my green Star Wars bag, my at bag, Silver Shed USA, is my Mother's Day shawl. It's the Dead Easy shawl by Heidi, who is Knitty Girl of Undead Yarn. And I'm using all of her yarns that I have here. All of her yarns. All of them.
All of them that you have?
All of them that I have. No, I have 3 of her yarns in here. And I just started the 3rd color. And I've been carrying the yarn up the side. Let me see here. I think I finally stopped carrying the 2nd one. Yeah, I cut the 2nd one. Or the 1st one, whatever it was. Here we go. I don't know what I'm saying. Ignore me.
I always do.
Okay. I'm really tangled up here.
You are tangled up in blue.
Tangled up in blue and green and multicolored. Can you see that? Can you see the changes in color?
Yeah, they can. Changes.
Okay, so there's that. And I like this. It's going to be really pretty when it's finished. And Heidi told me that she's getting really close to finishing her 650 yard one, so I'm excited about that.
Yay.
It's fingering weight, but I'll probably do it in a worsted or
Right,
DK and make it big, because I like a big one. Reference.
Yes.
Okay, so this is really nice. I'm enjoying it. And these are on red lace circulars, because that's what I like to use. I'll probably be replacing my knit picks relatively quickly with more Chow Goos, because I like the knit picks okay, but they're a little bit grabby. I might keep them for things that I'm afraid are going to slip, but for the most part I really prefer the red lace Chow Goo circulars. So yeah, and I'm using a DK weight yarn. This is what she did this pattern in DK weight. The other one that she's doing that she doesn't have out yet is a fingering weight, but I'll probably still do it in a DK or worsted or something. This will be a big shawl. I want a big shawl.
You like big shawls?
Like big shawls. I cannot lie. Okay.
Okay, so this is another one I don't really remember working on. I really don't remember working on this.
What is it?
I think I worked on the day of the podcast. This is in my Knitting's My Bag London bag. London's Calling. Anyway.
That's a song.
It is a song.
Yes.
That was the reference. It's not actually, I don't call this bag London's Calling. I just felt like referencing a song. Anyway. This is the Robin's Egg Blanket. The building blocks pattern by Ann Dempsey, and I'm using Lion Brand Pound of Love in the colorway Turquoise. I think I only did like a row, and it was right after the podcast.
Well, the rows are so long, you know. There we go.
Hold on.
And Heidi, in case you haven't had a chance to see, I did respond to your message on my phone, so you can look it up, because I don't know if you got it because you work, so I did respond.
So, yeah, I think I worked like a row of garter last time.
because I took too long to, I want to make sure she gets it. That's very pretty.
Thank you.
Oh, these are the teacup ones? No.
No, these are bunnies.
Mm-hmm. I need to change out the ones I have on my blanket to put my turtles on there.
So that just didn't get much work. I think it was only, after last podcast.
Okay. All right, this one got a lot of work done on Sunday. This is in my Silver Shed USA Tortoise vs. Hare 2017 bag. And this is the Rainbow, the Biddy, the Bashful. It's Rainbow from the Biddy, the Bashful Baby Turtle. So this has been done for a while. The shell. You've seen the shell. And the top of the shell is my Fun in the Woman Cave. And then I've got, this is the little patch that goes at the bottom, and the 2 feet are here. I'm keeping these in my notions pouch so I don't lose them. And then I started the head last time I showed you, but I made some progress on it. Oops.
It's a bunny.
He is. So I've started the eyes.
Turtle got eyes.
Well, kind of. There we go.
Ish.
So
He's
there's
not blind.
Rainbow. You can see his nose and his mouth, and there's the starting of his eyes. So this was just barely started. So I did a lot of work on the turtle. I was happy I could do some crocheting. It's been a while, so that's good. Oops, I forgot.
It's a bunny.
Yes, he is. Okay, put this in here. I ran out of tea. Right.
So, this next one, it was not worked on this week until right before the podcast, and I was like, oh, I haven't worked on any bunnies this week. So,
she's taking up the challenge, Laura. She's going to do 20 bunnies in 20 days.
Velveteen Rabbit bag. And this is Pumpkin Latte, which is Oops the Bunny pattern by me. And I'm using Marigold Jen worsted weight in the colorway Pumpkin Latte. So, I have a hold on. I've got him, thank you.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay.
I've got,
But you can't see the face. There you go.
like that, and I'm almost done with the second ear.
It's a bright bunny. Kind of scary bunny.
He's not scary. No.
He's scary.
No. No.
Scary.
No, you don't deserve to pet him. No, he doesn't want to be pet by you. Hey, that's forceful petting.
I win.
You just forced a pet on him. That's not nice. It's
Come on, go on with your...
okay.
You're neurotic.
You're psychotic.
As long as we got our otics right.
Okay. So, yeah, I was somewhere down here right before the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I've been working on.
Okay.
So,
All right. Let's see here. La 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 la. Okay. My next one is the School Marm Shawl from the Easy A project, patterned by Laura Smoot. I'm using Miss Babs Yowza in the Gotta Love Me colorway. And it's in my Eeyore bag. I didn't do a whole lot on this. I don't remember working on this. But I think I did. I marked it down that I did. I usually don't mark things down unless I work on them. I guess I did work on it. Here we go. Because I don't put, I probably should, but I don't put, what do you call them, progress markers.
I don't either.
Because I always forget to move them.
Same here. Unless it's from my blanket. I'm
Right.
good about that.
Right. Now the stitch markers are by Laura Laura Concert. She gave them to us. They are so generous. They are the teacups. I really love these. I want to put my turtles on my other one, but this is the teacups. For some reason, it just seemed to be the right one to put on the School Marm shawl. So, and these are really nice. They're a nice weight. So I'm not real far along, but I like this pattern, and I like the yarn, and I like my stitch markers, so I'm enjoying this when I do it. I just have to pay attention when I do it, not because it's difficult, but because it has yarn overs, and sometimes I can forget where I'm at. So, but this is fun, and I might do this until I run out of yarn. If it doesn't affect the way it's gonna fall. And as I said, this is the silver shed, and this is a large. It's my Eeyore bag. I think Davina got me this for Christmas one year.
So the one that
poop doodles. I'm sorry, Talia. Go ahead.
the one that I've mostly been working on, and I mostly wanted to work on because it's fairly mindless, is my in my Kibu Bags teacup bag, and this is Harry, which is the Miss L's basic 6-ply sock pattern by Miss L, and I'm using Nomadic Yarns, Twisty Sport, and Colorway Harry. So this is the Harry Potter for the Harry Potter knits along by Maureen. So first sock is finished.
I like that.
So
let me see it. So the ribbon goes all the way down the front.
Mm-hmm.
The ribbon goes all the way down like this.
yes.
That's really pretty. I like that.
And this is the same pattern that I made your socks you like so much out of.
My blue one? No, my...
Yeah, your ones out of Heidi's self-striping.
Okay, right.
Your favorite ones.
Yes.
So, fits very well.
Very nice. Mine have to be washed.
Um,
I might put
this
in
is my go-to pattern. They just always fit very well. They're always very comfortable. I started the second sock. Got quite a bit of work done on it. Like I said, this is what I've wanted to work on.
Very
so,
nice. Gimli's axe.
yes. I have set aside some of Heidi's yarn to start my next pair of socks.
She's got a lot. You have a lot of her self-striping, don't you? Don't.
She doesn't have a whole lot of self-striping that she does.
No, I mean you have some, don't you?
No, I've used up all of her self-striping.
Oh, okay. So you're just going to do a variegated, or?
Yeah, it's the one that you got me. It had the black and the red.
Oh, right. The one that I got you one and I got Laura one. Is that the one you're talking
You got Laura one?
Yes, I think I did.
I know you got me one. That's all I know.
Maybe that's not the one I got Laura one. I thought I bought both of them and gave them away. I don't remember.
All I know is
Laura's probably, wait a minute, you got me yarn? Where is it?
So, this has gotten a decent amount of work on because this has been one I wanted to work on.
Well, it's very pretty.
So,
It's got those bright colors, kind of like the other one that you were working on, the one that you showed earlier.
right.
Saturated colors.
Right. The thing is with the other one, because it's fingering weights, it's not as fun for me.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoy sport weights.
Yeah, I like
knit.
the sport weight socks, and they're warm.
And it doesn't even have to do with how long it takes. It's more to do with, I just like the feel of the yarn in my
Well,
hands.
and when you wear it on your feet, there's a little more
Give or
support to
something.
it. There's more support to it, just because it's thicker. Because I have a high arch, so I like a little more support. I get cramps in the arch sometimes. Okay, let's see here. Are you done with that?
Yes.
Okay, in my Knitting's My Bag sea turtle bag. This is one of her sweater size bags. I love this bag. Is my cables lap gown, which this is the title for it right now. It may change. And I did a row on this. These rows are long, and I only had a chance to work on it once, so I worked on it yesterday while we were watching a movie.
We were watching Mom, Dad Save the World.
Yeah, is that what I was doing?
Yes.
Okay. So this is Yowza What a Skein and the Zing colorway.
I love that colorway.
I do too.
I need to work on my shawl that has
I was
that
going to
colorway
get
in
this
it.
blanket away, but if I like it enough, I'm not going to.
It goes with your decor.
Yes, it does. So
It'd be very nice back here.
so this is, I only did a row on this, but you can see it's pretty long. So row, my hands are done after a row. So I figure if I can do a row on this maybe 2 or 3 times a week, then I'll get 2 or 3 rows, maybe 4 rows done. And that's progress. So,
Is that what that is?
yes. So, and I'm using US 9s with this. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm using US 9s on this. And as I said, it's Miss Babs. I like this. Right now I'm just doing the garter, and this is a paid-for pattern, so I think this is a paid-for pattern. So I can't tell you much about it except that it has garter before it goes into the cables. And it looks like, and I adjusted this because I didn't want a huge afghan. I just wanted to make a lapghan. My original idea was to do this for Packy Knit's lapghan drive that she's having for people, for the elderly. And can you see that? The cables? I can't.
Yeah, you can kind of see it.
Okay. Actually, I think this was free. I think I picked it up from her free, what do you call it? Her free options. She put up a bunch of options. So, we'll see if I get this to her, if it stays here and I make another one. But, yeah, it's a pretty color. I love the color.
Oh, it's a very pretty color.
Okay, that's my last one.
Okay, so royalties.
Oh,
Because
okay.
you don't have any of those, right?
No.
Yeah, nor do I.
Okay. All right, so how many do you have?
Those.
I have 4.
Okay. Let me just go ahead with mine, then you can go with yours.
Okay.
So I'm out of my little notebooks that you see me marking off my projects in, so I went ahead and got some more.
I'm using my notebooks a lot more now, so
Yeah.
hopefully that will save me on patterns.
Yeah, so, because Martin's didn't have any, so I had to get it online on Amazon. Plus, for my, I went and got, when I had my liturgy hours that I got when I was on retreat in July, I, got the, large one that was, that had large print in it, just because that was what they had available. So the normal cases don't fit that. So I just got a big Bible case for it. Besides, I like the verse on it. I can do everything through him who gives me strength. Philippians 4:13.
That's one of Kenneth's favorite ones.
So, and it has a
Handle.
handle, which my other one didn't have.
Oh, really? Okay.
I wanted something that I would know was mine. I didn't want to lose my liturgy hours. That
Right.
my other one was brown.
Right. Because mine is that maroon kind of color, so I'm always keeping a close eye on it.
Right, when it's kind of a plain thing. I actually have a notebook, I think, that looks like that. I
Like
think.
what?
Like this. Same color, same
right.
verse, and everything.
Oh, that's cool. I have something in the shop down the street that I was thinking very much of getting over at the Grace Place. It's got With God All Things Are Possible, and it's a bag, like about that big. That I won't be able to fit all my stuff in it, but I could fit some of it.
Right.
So I've been debating because I still have to get a bag to carry the rest of it, so I don't know if I can justify it.
Your turn.
Yeah. Okay. The first thing I got. Let's see, let me pull this up here. Okay. I was walking around Walmart and I didn't really intend to get yarn, but I saw this, and this is kind of like those Caron cakes. You saw I'd gotten something else at Hobby Lobby that was a worsted weight. It was like 390 yards or something close to like that. This is 590 yards, and it's a DK weight. And I think this might become a shawl for Davina. For, I don't know if it'll be Christmas. It's kind of pushing it for my hands. And it might not. We'll see. It looks like it's a gradient. Is that what you would call that? It doesn't look like self-striping to me.
I would say great dates, yeah.
But there's 590 yards of a DK in this. It makes a great
no, it looks like it's a stripe, Mom.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a grading stripe. That's
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Yeah. So that might even make a good Heidi shawl. Or an easy A. I got some more dyes from Jacquard, so I can do some more yarn dyeing. And I got a couple of skeins of sparkle base yarn. I want to try dyeing some sparkle base. I was thinking about doing my lengthening shadows on that. That's that grays that I showed a while back. I actually sold out of that, so I can't show you what I'm talking about. So I was thinking about doing that on a sparkle base, and if I like the way the sparkle base works up, I may put some of my Christmas yarns on the sparkle bases. So tell me what you think about sparkle bases, okay? If you like that, or if you don't like it, or whatever, or what you don't like it for. And then I picked up, this is from Thank God for Bags. I made a purchase from Sheila, and she was really quick getting this to me.
I like her
Her little
package.
packaging. I bought some tea cozies, not tea cozies, VPN cozies. 2 of them are mine. They're teas, tea, breakfast, oolong
Oh, that's
tea.
cute.
I could not resist. So these are mine. These are for my circulars. And one of these is for you. Okay? One of these is going to go with a set of stitch markers as a prize.
Oops.
It's a bunny. Probably for the tortoise versus hare.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So if you want to get something like this, this comes from Thank God for Bags. That's the Etsy shop that Sheila, who is Blue Yarn Always, does. She does a really good job for these. So
I'm not sure why we've never done anything tea themed.
I don't know.
Because that is like so in our wheelhouse.
Yeah, I think that's
Tea and book, and
yeah. Well, maybe we'll do a exactly tea in a book somewhere along the line.
Yeah, because that is like way in our.
Yeah,
I can't believe we haven't done something like that.
we have to figure out when that would be.
Yeah.
It would have to be during. It would have to kind of overlap something
Yeah, it would because we have all of our.
because we have our long term one. It would have to be maybe a shorter one or something,
or an all year one.
or an all year one.
That might be fun.
But see, yeah, I was gonna say what I'd kind of like to do with that, to go with the library and tea thing, is put the owls in there because they have the reputation of being smart and being cultured and all that. But so we'll have to figure that out. I know we also thought about making the owls featured for the toy along,
Right.
so we'll figure that. We'll get back to you on that.
Because I don't know why we haven't done anything tea.
Yeah, teas and
Because that's
books.
kind of our thing.
Yeah, tea and books and writing, reading, that kind of stuff. We might have to do something like that. And if we do something like that, we might have to get in touch with Sheila and see about that. Okay, so that's that. And I think that's all I have for stash enhancement, I think. Yeah, I think that's it for the stash enhancements. I do want to, before we go in, do you have anything to say about about your Etsy shop or anything?
No, everything's kind of been to screeching halt after I released Terra and Valeria.
Well, you had some issues come up then, so.
Yeah.
I do want to thank my Etsy shop had its sale. It went almost a week. I want to thank everybody who bought. I had a lot of sales, so I'm happy about that. People were quite generous with their likes and with their purchases, so I'm happy about that. I do have some stuff to show you. I have 2 new colorways. If you've been in Cappy's threads, you have seen one of them already. Okay, this is Harbinger of Fall. Okay, and what I was kind of going for with this was something like that.
Very cool.
Okay, so it's Harbinger of Fall. And I have 2 of these in a fingering weight. It's fingering sock, 462 yards, 100 grams, 75% superwash merino wool, and 25% nylon. And this is what it looks like. It's got reds, or not reds, it's got yellows, oranges, and kind of an olivey green.
So I would have called that a brown.
It's actually an olive green. If you look close, you can see it's kind of an olive green.
Okay.
It does have a brown tone to it, but it's kind of an olive green. And you guys can decide what it is for yourself when you see pictures and things like that. My pictures are horrible because I had terrible lighting and I'm not a very good photographer yet. When my husband does the pictures, you'll be able to see it better. Okay, so that's this skein. There's 2 of them actually. And I'm not sure when this will be going up, whenever I get the pictures taken. I'm trying to get some fall colorways up, so that's these two and the picture. Okay. The other one was kind of a surprise, and this has not been reskeined yet. This is cockatiel. Okay. And Davina named this because I had originally had it for something else, and then the way it turned out was not what I expected. I can redo it, but it's not what I expected.
Yeah, it's totally cockatiel.
Cockatiel. And this is also fingering sock. Same as the other one.
And there's a history of fondness for cockatiels. Anyway.
I love cockatiels. I had 2 cockatiels. One of them flew away on me because we left the door open by mistake. We thought we had him inside the house and he got out. So this is cockatiel. Okay. And these are both sock weight yarns.
Did you name the cockatiel I made you after... Which one did you name it?
Cinnamon.
You named it Cinnamon?
Yeah.
That's the one that did not run away, right?
No, it's the one that ran away. Schulte was the one that we gave away.
Oh, okay.
So this is cockatiel. So these are the yarns I did this week. And they should be going up in the shop relatively soon if I can get my husband to take some pictures. And I can redo both of these colors, I'm sure. Okay, so that's that. The inspiration pictures can... Okay, so that's that.
So now it's going to be autobiography.
Right. I didn't do any writing because I gave Taya the shared story. And I haven't really been reading either. Oh, but I am prompting again for the Percolator, the CH Percolator, which is my writing group, the only online group I'm really active in anymore. And mostly just to prompt. I haven't really been able to sit down and write, although characters are starting to kick around in my head. And I'm thinking about pulling my novel out and re-editing it so I can self-publish it. Mm-hmm. I need to get Prophecy Fulfilled out there and see if it's worth putting out there. So I might be starting to do that again. What about you?
Well, I haven't worked on Shared Story, but also we're not finished reading it together yet.
Right, right. She has it, but we haven't finished going through it because her schedule has been so strange and she's been tired.
Other autobiography, I have been doing quite a bit of reading. Most like a little bit before I go to bed, or, you know, everyone reads in the bathroom.
Yeah, yeah.
Particularly when you're the only one up at night.
TMI, TMI.
So, I got some reading on Julia Fox's Sister Queens, which is about Catherine of Aragon and Juana, Queen of Castile. Juana la Loca.
Very nice.
So got some reading done on that. Probably, I'm a little more than halfway through because...
All the notes.
Yeah, with all the notes. So, those are all notes in the back here.
Wow.
Also, forgot to bring it with me, but I'm reading Consecrated Life, Vita Consecrata, by Pope John Paul II.
Oh, okay.
And, well, UPS, it's a Latin.
Yeah, which I have to get. If I can find
the
it.
book's not written in Latin, but the title's in Latin.
Right,
We all just call it UPS.
Yeah, it was like the Gratia Divizia Sue, which is like Latin for something or other.
Yeah. Then I have been reading in my Kindle The Everyday Catholic's Guide to Liturgy to Hours. And finally I started reading just for like when I'm out and about. I don't usually read history books in my phone or my Kindle, but I did pick up one just so I have a book available to read. And that's Eleanor of Castile by Sarah Cockerill. Because apparently I like reading about not just English history, but English queens in particular.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Now, before she goes along to answering things, we do want to...
I wasn't done.
Well, I want to make sure before you forget, because I'll forget and you'll start thanking people. So, before she gets into the rest of that, so we don't forget, we already thanked the Bakery Bears, but for mentioning us on the podcast, but we want to thank people who commented on YouTube because I have not been able to get to them.
Right, and I'm not going to be able to comment on all the YouTube ones because
they're broken up.
Yeah.
So I want to thank Spicy Homemaker, Sally, The Yarn and I, Cappy, Justin Middle, Valeria, Rena, Angela, Christina, and Sissy Knitting and Crochet. And if I didn't mention your full name, it's because I'm not sure you want your full name out there. So we do want to thank you for commenting. Our podcast had to be divided into 3 sections because the computer was being really wonky.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of computer problems.
Ty is going to have to get a new computer, quite probably. So please bear with us. If these tend to come up in parts, it's not something we're doing on purpose. It's something that has to be done if we want to get a podcast up. We're not saying it always will. We just want you to be aware.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of problems with my computer. So, the other thing I want to mention for autobiography is the fictional podcast. It's just called Fictional, and then Myths and Legends and the Queens of England podcast.
I finished Father Brown.
Oh, did you?
I did. I kind of, every time I did something, I'd turn them on and I'd listen to them. So I finished. It wasn't very many of them, only like 13 up there. So I finished them. But I found a series that was based on the books by Dorothy Sayers. She was a contemporary of G.K. Chesterton.
Oh, okay.
And,
I knew the name. I just didn't know
and I thought she was a member of the Inklings, but it wasn't saying. It said that I guess she kind of was, kind of wasn't. But she has a detective.
Oh, okay.
And so her movies are out. So I'm going to check out those. See how they work out on the screen because I haven't read anything of hers.
Right. Well, you might want to also think of grabbing some of the books too. Then, just simply because we know that they messed up some of Poirot's stories.
Yeah, they did.
So if they messed up some of Poirot's, you don't know what they've. You want.
They were actually pretty close with Father Brown. Mm-hmm. But maybe.
You might want to pick up some of her books just in case they change things, and then you're like, oh, I'm never gonna.
And I've been wanting to do some of her books anyway. Dorothy Sayers, because I'd heard so much about her. Okay,
comments. Blue Yarn Always. I think that Sheila, you did start the Crochet Wonder Woman before I did.
Yep.
This isn't about you.
It's all about me. Don't you see my pillow upstairs? It's all about me. My husband got me a pillow. It's about this big, about, I don't know, what, 8 years ago or something like that. It's a green pillow with those bunnies. Remember those
Oh, the mean bunnies.
Yeah, the bunnies. It's all about me. Get used to it or something like that.
I had a sign of like all the different bunnies.
Yeah, you did.
In college, I think.
Yeah, because that was about the time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it had to be about 8 years ago. Mm-hmm. So I had no idea why he got that for me. He's saying about the same time he got me the gorilla.
He's saying you're a gorilla who it's all about?
A prima donna gorilla, I guess. My gorilla's name is Scribbles.
Anyway, let's see. What colors are you working your Wonder Woman shawl in, Sheila? You didn't mention that.
You said it was different, but you didn't say what it was. I seem to remember it on the podcast, but I don't remember what it was. I think it was blue, because I think it was blue because it made me think that it was like Nightwing.
Mm-hmm. Sheila, not Sheila, wow. I already talked to Sheila. Sue, I'm glad you enjoyed that there were 3 parts. I was really irritated at the podcast when I couldn't make it do what it was supposed to do.
Did I not mention Sue? Why didn't I have Sue on there? I must have missed her going through all 3 podcasts.
This isn't from the YouTube.
Oh, you're doing it on the...
Yeah, I'm not going through all the YouTube.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Right, you said that.
You don't listen to me.
Well, no, I was confused as to why you started reading because I didn't realize you were doing it off the rap group. I thought you only did it off YouTube. So
no, I did it off both.
Okay, go ahead.
You don't pay attention.
Yes, I do. No, you just didn't make sense.
No.
When you make sense, I'll start paying attention.
See, Sue loves purple and red combination too.
So does Angela, but you know.
What are you saying? Let's see. Brittany. Yeah, I'm looking forward to having the Wonder Woman shawl. I have been kind of in a sock mood, so I'm hoping to get more done. I guess you were hitting Brittany? She says she can take it.
Oh, that was when I was blaming her for the stamping purchases.
okay.
I said, but she can take the hit. Anyway, she knows we love her, so.
Let's see. Oh, we didn't catch Vonnie counting.
We didn't?
No.
Oh. Have to try harder next time.
Bummer. I'm so glad you like the socks. Yeah, I'm not wearing any special socks this time. Although I think it counts that I put on the sock that I was knitting.
No.
Yes, it does.
No.
They still got their sock view. Let's see. Thought someone mentioned the new sign.
Yes, a couple people mentioned the new sign. One was on the, actually I think 3 people. I know Christina mentioned it, Vonnie mentioned it, and I thought somebody else
They
mentioned
must have
it.
mentioned it not on.
I think Vonnie mentioned it on the thread. It was at the very first thread sentence.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So, yes, new sign.
New sign. My husband found it. We actually hide where it says "except Dad" because he's not my dad. So, so we just let you see no boys allowed, unless they're crafters.
Yes.
So, okay. I believe that we will be podcasting on Monday. Is that right?
I believe so.
I believe we'll be podcasting on Monday. The following week,
Because there's no reason not to because I'm not working
I
Monday.
think. When is the retreat? We have Monday, and then I think the following Monday. It's the week after that we're not sure because we'll be traveling Monday.
Yeah. Well, maybe we have to do Tuesday.
Might have to do Tuesday, yeah. So just keep an eye on the threads. We'll keep you posted on when we're podcasting and if we have to change. We thank you for joining us here in the Woman Cave. Is there anything else you want to say before we...
I don't think so.
Okay. So my show notes went bye-bye.
Bye-bye show notes.
Bye-bye
Bye-bye
show
show
notes.
notes.
I'm not ready for
Bye.
the bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.
Ooh, bye-bye.
Reference.
No one's going to get that reference.
Oh, they should. That's fun. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
No one's seen that movie.
Bye-bye.
No one has seen that movie.
Bye-bye.
No one has.
If you know the reference, let us know in the thread. It's a fun movie, and it's not nearly as well known as it should be.
Let's just say
No
no
one
knows.
Give them.
No
we'll
one
tell
knows
them
that
next
movie.
Week. We'll tell them next week.
We won't remember next week.
We'll write it down.
Writing it down there is not going to help.
Yes, it will. I want to see if they know it.
No one knows that movie.
We'll see. I want to see if you're right or I'm right. We'll see.
I'm totally right. No one knows.
Just like
that
you were
movie.
totally right that you started the shawl first. she attacks when she's wrong. Stop it. Okay. So, we thank you all for joining us here at the Woman Cave, and we look forward to seeing you again next week. We wish you a week full of crafting and anything that makes you happy. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 275, and that's a wrap.